All right, kids, pop quiz time.
No, God!
Which one of the 5 major professional sports leagues finally came around and said, fuck the Skittles flags and its nonsense?
You are correct, sir.
If you said the NHL, you'd be right.
What?
And I guess it's better late than never.
Yes!
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this is What's Next. Happy Monday, guys. Jasper Gonzo, What's Next? Your daily dose of common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are doing well today. Well, of course, it's a new week, it's new nonsense, and that's usually the common theme. This is a story that came out late last week, and being the sports-minded person that I am, I wanted to do it, but with so much material coming out on a daily basis, it's hard to keep up. When it comes to the sports leagues, you know, your NHL, your NBA, your Major League Baseball, football, and of course soccer. You got a lot of nonsense that's going on. Look at the last 3 to 5 years. You had the woke cancerification of these sports leagues, from slapping Black Lives Matter because of course, remember the wonderful and, inclusive, diverse, and peaceful protests of 2020. Burning down our cities. But anyway, you had the NBA slapping in on their courts, the NHL slapping on the fields. You had the other major leagues getting in some way, shape, or form on the woke train. But when it came to Groomer Month, it went to a whole different level. It went on steroids. This nonsense started in the middle of May, and of course has just cancerified the leagues. One of the last leagues to latch on, was the National Hockey League. Finally, they've come around and said, fuck the alphabet nonsense. We're not doing this shit anymore. Well, when it comes to their jerseys, anyway. And in the words of Matthew McConaughey, I quote, all right. This comes out of Breitbart. NHL teams will no longer wear the alphabet pride-themed jerseys. No, they're tired of the shit. The National Hockey League will no longer wear the rainbow-colored alphabet-themed jerseys during pregame warm-ups for Pride Nights. The NHL Pride Nights has become a hot topic of conversation earlier this year when Philadelphia Flyers defenseman Ivan Provorov refused to participate in the team's Pride Night due to his Christian faith, sparking outrage from leftists. Ooh, they were clutching their pearls and their rectums clenching, proceeding to accuse him of bigotry and homophobia. However, the Philadelphia Flyers kept him in the lineup, and the team even went on to win the game against the Anaheim Ducks. Quote, I respect everybody. I respect everyone's choices, he said after the game. My choice is to stay true to myself and my religion. That's all I'm going to say. And that's all he did say. Later, the San Jose Sharks, goaltender Jamie Reimer chose not to wear the alphabet-themed jersey in a recent game, citing his Christian faith. Quote, for all 13 years of my NHL career, I've been a Christian, not just in title, but in how I choose to live my life daily. I have a personal faith in Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for my sins, and in response, asked me to love everyone and follow him, he said. I have no hate in my heart for everyone. I have always strived to treat everyone that I encounter with respect and kindness. For this, in this specific instance, I'm choosing not to endorse something that is counter to my personal convictions, which are based on the Bible, the highest authority in my life. On Thursday, the NHL Board of Governors agreed with Commissioner Gary Bettman that the numerous refusals from certain teammates and teams, to make that clear, you had teams jump on board as well, to wear the alphabet jerseys were a distraction. Bettman told Sportsnet that he suggests that teams stop wearing rainbow jerseys because theme nights are being undermined by chatter over certain players and teams declining to participate, he told ABC News. Quote, that's just become more of a distraction and what really essence of the purpose of these nights are, Bettman said. We're keeping the focus on the game. And on these specialty nights, we're going to be the focus of the cause. Teams will also celebrate some form of Pride Night as well as other theme nights. Teams will also still design rainbow jerseys for sale to raise money. Yeah, I'm not seeing that happening. You Can Play, which has worked with sports leagues at Alphabet Outreach, admitted to feeling, quote, concerned and disappointed by the decision. Quote, today's decision means that over 95% of the players, no, the percentage is a lot smaller, who choose to wear the alphabet flags, support their community, will not get an opportunity to do so, the organization said. The work to make locker rooms, boardrooms, arenas more safer, diverse, inclusive, equitable. To be ongoing and purposeful, we will continue to work with our partners at the NHL, including the individual teams, players, agents, and the Players League, Players Representative, to ensure this critical work continues. But not everyone is happy about this. This comes out of the New York Post. NHL's cowardly decision to ban Colts theme jerseys send the wrong message. This is by Larry Brooks. The NHL took the path of least resistance in banning Colts theme jerseys from warm-ups, and doing so, turning hockey fights cancer into a collateral damage from Pride Nights. We're told that decision rendered by the Board of Governors and Gary Bettman recommendation was reached out without input and consultation from the NHLPA, the Players Association. The players should have had a voice. Intellectually, I get it. The NHL's efforts were boomeranging. The only league to provide players with pride-themed jerseys for pregame activities was being bashed by activists across from much of the media landscape for providing safe harbor to bigots when a tiny minority of athletes opted to wearing them. Yeah, the fact of the matter is that we're not talking bigotry here. We're talking common sense, and it wasn't a fraction of players. There were many, many players, including major stars, who said, yeah, fuck this nonsense. The focus has been trained on a handful of guys who did not wear the jersey rather than the hundreds who did. Teams and leagues were being attacked for not suspending or disciplining the holdouts, who were exercising their own personal rights. All publicity is most certainly not good publicity. I get it. I get that the league is trying to extricate itself from the culture wars that permeate our society, but this response is cowardly. When the going got tough, the NHL hightailed it. The league waved the white flag. Minority ruled. This surely represents a step back in the Pride Nights and will continue around the league. It sends a horrible message to those in the alphabet community who play the game at any level and have emotional investment in the sport. Quote, hockey is for everyone. Sounds like an empty slogan. My thoughts. The fact of the matter is that you had the NHL reluctantly go down this road. You had a number of insiders inside the NHL were saying, yeah, the whole pride thing, jerseys, the warm-up jersey, yeah, let's not go that route. Let's just, put out the little, rah-rah on Instagram and be done with it. But no, the NHL, just like the NBA and the NFL and the other sports leagues, they jumped on. And unfortunately, they found it a lot harder to jump off once they got on, because the overwhelming majority of the fans who go to see professional hockey are conservative. That's a fact. That's not pulling things out of the air. That is a fact. So you knew this was going to backfire. And when you had a number of players step up, star players step up and said, fuck this nonsense, it started to spread, including teams have stepped up. The New York Rangers, the San Jose Sharks, even the Philadelphia Flyers team organization stepped up and said, yeah, we got our players back, so we're not going to do this anymore. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it's a good first step for Gary Bettman and the league. I hope that this goes out to a total ban on Pride Night. Now, I disagree with the contrasting opinion in the New York Post that this will boomerang and, this will backfire, especially when it comes to other theme nights like fighting cancer. I think that's bullshit. They will still continue to do so when it comes to those themes. But when it comes to a theme that is harmful for parents, that is harmful for children, especially at what we've seen this groomer month, I hope the NHL takes its cue from its players and from its fans and says, yeah, you know what? Fuck this bullshit. End it. But that's just me. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you never miss a thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.